Why should I focus on dying to self and living for God? So just this past week, I ran across this landmark study, this staggering study, which I'm about to tell you what it is, and you're going to be like, that sounds actually what it should have been, but in reality, a lot of people are surprised. A landmark study about youth and religion, right? Everybody's all about young people. We want them to follow God. We want them to stay in the church. We want them to become Christians. We want them to get baptized. We say slogans like, youth is not the future of our church. It's the present of our church. We say all these things. But here's what this landmark study found. That the number one influence, the number one influence on whether, and watch this, on whether a child grows up to follow Jesus. And some of these results of this study depressed me a bit, but that's okay. The number one influence whether a child grows up to follow Jesus, it's not youth ministry. Is youth ministry important? Absolutely. It is. But that's not the number one reason. It's not a Christian school. It's not even their pastor. As good as my sermon is, I can hit every zinger. And I can preach to you a message under 35 minutes and have a beautiful hook and a beautiful illustration. You're like, wow, fantastic. But that's not what it's going to do. It's parents. Meaning that, and I want to share this with you, that parents have an outsized influence over their children, for better or worse, and it's not even close. Just 1% of teens aged 15 to 17 raised by parents who attached little importance to religion were highly religious in their mid to late 20s. In contrast, 82% of children raised by parents who talked about faith at home attached great importance to their beliefs and were active in their congregations, were themselves religiously active as young adults, according to data from the latest wave of the National Study of Youth and Religion. Meaning that this connection, Notre Dame sociologist Christian Smith says this connection is nearly deterministic, meaning that the parents overwhelmingly are responsible for what happens to their kids. So this is basically, I thought about it, I'm like, okay, this is basically somebody saying to you, hey, you know what? I know you want to be financially prosperous in your life. If you have $10,000 and you invested into this particular stock, there's an 82% likelihood you will double or triple your money every year. Which one of us would not completely sell all of our possessions and put the money into that stock? No brainer, right? But why don't we do that with our lives? Because humans are a bit more complicated than just statistics.